Ring of Honor Final Battle 2004. By golly, what a historic show. We got title changes, we got debuts, we got people's last matches, we got thumbtacks, we got people getting dropped on their head and kicked in the face. Typical Ring of Honor show. Got a few teabag spots. We got legends. We got unknowns. We got civil wars. We got Mick Foley, Ricky Steamboat, Rockin' Rebel. Yeah, you thought there was going to be zero murderers on this show. Well, joke's on you, pal. Speaking of murder, I'm about to murder your appetite of wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, stay right there. It's the Apron Bump Podcast.
It's the hardest. Talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what hard is. Standing strong and proud, nothing can knock this. Let's get it started.
What's up, everybody? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to the Apron Bump Podcast. I'm your host, the hardest part of the ring, Kyle. How's everybody doing today? Hope you got some hunger for Ring of Honor today, because I'm about to satiate that ravenous. I don't know why I'm getting sexual with it, but yeah, we got Ring of Honor 2000, the last show of 2004 for old ROH, and it is a big one. I kind of highlighted the major bullet points there in the beginning. We got Bryan Danielson versus Low Key. We got the pure title on the line. We got huge debuts. We got semi-huge. What's the opposite of a debut? When you leave forever, a night view. Folks. What am I talking about? Oh yeah, we got Final Battle 2004 on our hands here again. Major show. We got the culmination of various things. We got the Prophecy and the Carnage crew having their blow off, having a fight without honor match. Kind of tied to that, we also got the blow off, I guess, of Mick Foley and Ricky Steamboat, which has been quite the journey. I mean, if you haven't listened or watched to the last few episodes of the Apron Bump where we talked about Ring of Honor, I highly suggest you go check that out. Link is in the description if you so choose, or you can go to apronbump.com, select the episodes tab, and select Ring of Honor, where you can find where I've chronologically listed and covered every single show in Ring of Honor history, all the way through 02, through 03, and now all the way through 04. We got 3 years of this, one of my favorite wrestling companies of all time, at least, in this time period it was. But it's been a fun journey. And again, binge away if you have not caught these episodes yet. Obviously, a playlist on YouTube as well, if you'd rather do that. Or whatever podcast platform you are listening to this on. Go ahead and type in Ring of Honor, and that should bring you all of those episodes. And also want to give a major shout out to my beautiful, beautiful guest, Brundo, from the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, returning to the show. Always a great, great time with my boy Pitbull number 2, hopping on the program, talking about some wrestling. Go check out the Shining Wizards Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, as well as live on YouTube, Twitch, Tout, Omegle, all of that stuff. Live every Monday night at 7 p.m. Talking about all the major scuttlebutt in wrestling, as well as some kind of underground stuff that you don't normally hear about. They do segments, they do games, they do interviews. I mean, what don't they do over there at the Shining Wizards? And Brundo is probably the most handsome of the bunch. So go check them out. Again, all of their info will be in the description below. Check out Brundo and all of his personal stuff as well. What else? What else is there to talk about? I think that's about it, right? Follow me at Apron Bump on all the social medias, of course. Join the Discord. Hey, one more thing. I never really plugged the Twitch, mainly because I barely ever use it. But we're going to be ramping that up here soon. I know I've said that before. But we got a new monthly installment of the Apron Bump coming your way, folks. It'll be once a month. We'll get more into the details once we get there. But on January 29th, 2nd, Thursday, January 22nd. The plan right now is 8 p.m. Eastern. Will be the, I guess, pilot episode of the monthly show that we call Defend the Show. Of course, hosted by me, but I will have 3 panelists every month. And each of them has to choose a show that's been covered by the Apron Bump, by the way. They have to choose a show and defend it. It'll be 8 rounds. Each round will have its own flavor, will have its own goal. Very excited for this. I think it's going to be oodles and oodles of fun, kind of a debates-ish, game show-ish, kind of just a hybrid of a lot of different things. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. But it'll be live once a month. Plan right now is Thursdays. Make sure you're following me on all the social medias to find out when exactly that'll be. But right now we are slotted for January 22nd. So make sure you're subscribed on YouTube, Twitch, wherever you watch live stuff. It'll be live on Twitter as well, maybe TikTok. Hop in the chat. You might be able to play a pivotal role in it as well, but it'll also be dropping as an audio podcast the following week. At least that's the plan. We're figuring this out as we go. We'll see. We'll kind of play around with some things, but I'm very excited for that. So just wanted to plug that real quick. And I think I'm all plugged out. I mean, maybe somebody should plug my mouth or something so we get into this episode or something. You know what I mean? Oh, I almost passed out. Fuck. Whoa, I just looked up way too fast and genuinely almost like keeled over. Where am I? Ring of Honor. Final Battle 2004 with myself and Brundo from the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast. Happy New Year, buddy. How was your NYE?
Oh, it was pretty good. Hung out with some friends, didn't get drunk, got sick anyway overnight, so it was great.
Yeah, I've been fighting a cold for like the past week. I think it might be AIDS. I don't know.
Possible. The flu AIDS is going around right now.
Flu AIDS.
If this was the Shining Wizards, that would be the podcast name.
It's like the flu, but gay. Anyways. Oh, geez, Louise. This is what happens when I bring a wizard on here. Yeah, we're already canceled in the first 5 seconds.
That works.
Well, anyways, Austin Aries is here. He wrestled. Thoughts?
He's actually going to be in my town in 10 days.
That's crazy. I saw a clip of him wrestling recently. He can still kind of go, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It was never his wrestling that was bad. It was just, his attitude. So
dude, he got like so many opportunities, and
he really did.
Whether it was here, we're gonna talk about this show, big show for him, obviously.
Oh yeah.
TNA, he had a similar moment when he I think it was Bobby Roode's title reign. It was
Morrison. Oh wait, are you talking where he went away or
both? It was like in 2010, maybe, like the It Factor, like that big title reign. Austin Aries ended it.
Yes, he did the cash in.
Option C.
Yeah, that was it. I was watching a lot of TNA at that point.
Yeah, it was he was everywhere, and then he's at WWE for a hot second, eating bananas on commentary, like
running the cruiserweight division.
Oh,
he was on WrestleMania.
Yeah, the pre-show.
Yes, and now he's going to be in the Mecca in 10 days, running a seminar on how to get canceled.
If there's anybody that knows how, it's awesome. Yeah. It's Austin Aries versus Pac. It's like, you know what? Just throw it on the pre-show. Who cares?
Oh, God, yeah.
It's wild that was a WWE match.
Yeah.
What a time.
Yeah, ridiculous. Yeah.
Well, no WWE matches here. Well, debatable, I guess. Ring of Honor Final Battle 2004. Brundo Fly. I hear you had this on the old DVD.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was a big Ring of Honor fan from day one. Purchasing VHS tapes before DVDs.
Ooh. Yeah. RFvideo.com. Shout out.
Oh yeah. That's where I was getting his shoot interviews, And at the end of one, or either the end or the beginning, they showed a promo package for the upcoming Ring of Honor debut show. And so they were showing like clips of Loki and Homicide and all these guys from local shows, and like, oh, these guys are all going to be wrestling Philadelphia, February, whatever. So day one.
Yeah. Were you going to like the Philadelphia shows?
No, I didn't go until they went to the Rexplex in Elizabeth.
Right.
So what was it? Death Before Dishonor was my first show.
Okay. And
Raven actually shared a picture recently of Punk choking him or him choking Punk with the chain, and you could see me right in the background. But nobody would nobody would realize that's me. 22 years has been rough. I had hair. I had a lot of hair.
Luscious locks?
Not at that point, but at one point in my life, I definitely had luscious locks. Now it just all migrated to my back.
Oh, your wife is such a lucky lady.
She is. That's why I crap when she's in the shower.
Because you want to share your essence with her. No gaps between you two. I gotta
Ron Reese says it's okay, so
Well, if the Yeti gives his approval,
the Yeti said,
who else do you need?
A-okay.
The Yesay. Oh, there's something. It's
that sounds like he's Spanish.
Yesay, he might be.
Yeah.
Is he related to Giant Gonzalez?
Huh? He did say in the interview they were supposed to be in World War III together. Giant Gonzalez.
I think that makes him Spanish.
Yeah.
So
the Yeti and the Yesay or Essay.
No, the Yesay. The Yesay.
Yes.
And then Giant Gonzalez is the Essay.
Yeah.
The Essay. So speaking of Essay, we got Ring of Honor here. Rob Feinstein's no longer here. But anyways. But yeah, man, the last show of 2004. Were you at the because I think the previous show was the Rexplex, which was Joe Punk 3.
Yes, I was second row in that one. That Joe Punk 3, one of the best matches I've ever seen in my life live. Not the best, but very close, probably top 3.
I mean, the atmosphere. That was just I wish I could have been Ring of Honor like live during this era. Like the atmosphere, even in this show, there's like a great atmosphere, especially in the main event. I mean,
yeah. I mean, the Rexplex too, like they always turned it up at that. There was something about that place, and every show they did, they were building more and more. I think they got like 2,000 people there.
Yeah.
For 2004, that's huge.
Yeah, for an indie show, like I mean, it's just I feel like that 1,000 to 2,000 range is like the perfect, like as a viewer, just like that intimate kind of atmosphere, but it still feels like big and it feels explosive, like the crowd's into it, like nothing better in my opinion.
No, nothing at all. It was amazing. And that place, I get so sad every time I drive past down the turnpike and past where that place used to be.
Oh, did they tear it down?
Yeah, they tore it down. There might have been like 2 or 3 more shows at the Rexplex, and then it was gone.
Damn. Oh, like a long time ago they tore it down.
Yeah, it's been gone for a long time. I guess the mid 2000s were not good for sports parks, which is basically what it was.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, rest in peace, Rexplex. I guess.
Rest in
peace. Salute. Yeah, rest in peace, indeed. But yeah, overall thoughts on Final Battle, man. You got a chance to pop this bad boy in the DVD player and check it out.
Yeah.
Would you? Did it meet your expectations on what you remembered it being?
Yeah, it definitely did. I probably haven't watched this in 15, probably more years, and it was fantastic. It was a great show I'd say from start to finish. I didn't see a match that like I would hate or anything.
No, yeah, we got some fun debuts on this show. We got some fun matches. We got some weird promos. But yeah, it was an entertaining. Sometimes these Ring of Honor shows can be like if it's just wrestling, it can be kind of a chore to get through sometimes. But this one, I feel like it was paced very well. You had some hardcore stuff in there.
Yeah. You could really tell they're really bringing everything together at this point. They're building new stars. They're doing more stories. The production's really good. So they've really put it all together in 2004 and 2005. It just keeps going and going.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, the production, that's a good point. It definitely has improved. They've cut down on the wonky hallway promos with the bad acoustics and the people talking in the background. But not zero, because we open up with Bryan Danielson
Bald
in a
Bryan
hallway.
Danielson.
Bald Bryan with a beard. I mean, it's got to be his best look, no?
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like the long hair too. Long-haired, bearded Bryan, like almost hobo. It wasn't bad.
It was a little raggedy. I mean, like,
I think it fit the character at the time too. He was out of his mind, and he looked out of his mind.
Sure. I don't know about that one, Tim, but but yeah, Bryan Danielson's here. He's cutting a promo on Low Key, who turned on him at the last show. Him and Key teamed up a few months ago to take on Jushin Thunder Liger and Samoa Joe. And Bryan and Key were working together for a little bit, but then they lost the match, and then Key blamed it on Bryan. And then Key and the Rottweilers, Homicide, Julius Smokes, the Havana Pit Bulls, all ganged up on Bryan Danielson. And Bryan was like, look, I'm fine with you turning on me. I'm fine with you beating me up. But if you're going to do it, at least do it to my face. Says Bryan Danielson.
I mean, he should have known. I mean, you learn not to trust Loki. He came back actually at the Rexplex in, I think it was September, and turned on Ring of Honor. So that's not a guy you trust.
No, he spit on the belts. I mean,
I have a friend
shady characters.
I have a friend that was with me at that show and has not forgiven Loki to this day. I can bring that up today and be like, hey, remember when Loki turned on Joe at Ring of Honor? I hate that guy. Never. It hit hard.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was the mascot for Ring of Honor, the first champion.
Yep.
That 02, he was carrying the torch, and now he's just a dastardly Rottweiler. Arr, arr, arr,
that son of a bitch.
Hate him. But we'll have more on that later. But first, we kick this bad boy off with Trent Acid versus Jimmy Jacobs.
Jimmy Huss Jacobs.
What do you think of the Huss? What do you think of the Huss Jimmy Jacobs?
I love the Huss Jimmy Jacobs. I was a big Jimmy Jacobs fan at the time. He was very entertaining. So
yeah, no, he's a very strong character. Yeah, no, I was gonna say he's just a strong character, like in a pool of like a lot of really good wrestlers. Yeah, so he stands out, I think.
Yeah, he's like, in a way, he's like Colt Cabana, where he could be just a good wrestler, but he finds a way to stand out from the Matt Strikers and Reckless Youths and all these guys. You know, make himself stand out. He does a damn good job of it.
Crowd loves him. Crowd loves the Huss.
Yeah.
But my main takeaway with this match, it's fucking commentary, man. They are just burying the shit out of Trent Acid. It's Gabe Sapolsky and CM Punk on commentary.
That's my first note. My first note literally is, why is Gabe shitting on Trent Acid so much? It's like,
well, I mean, this is his last. It's his last Ring of Honor match here. Spoiler alert. So maybe he's just like, fuck him. He's out of here. But they're shitting on him because of his gear. He's out here in jeans shorts and a tank top, which jorts, sure, some may say. Yeah, half the fucking roster wrestles in this type of gear. Like, why is it just Trent Acid?
Wrestles in shorts,
dude. Everybody wrestles in basketball shorts. Fucking Homicide, the Carnage Crew. I mean, everybody. For some reason, it's Trent Acid. That is a bum, a hobo.
I guess because he doesn't shower. I don't know.
He's a little wet, I guess.
Yeah. So was plenty of people were wet at this point.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It was, the match itself was fine, I think.
Yeah, it was a sprint, but it was good. Trent was a hell of a wrestler. He could have been something for sure, but unfortunately, had some demons and couldn't beat him.
Yeah, very unfortunate. But no, I agree. Him and Johnny Cashmere, the Backseat Boys.
They were a hell of a tag team. Yeah.
Definitely, at least in Ring of Honor, definitely his peak, I think.
Yeah, I think, Trent had a couple of matches with Homicide that were freaking amazing. Like, He's like the indie darling of what like recently, like a Jordan Oliver or an Alec Price or guys like that, where
Yeah.
they're just like on the top of indies, but unfortunately couldn't beat the demons.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, he was the epitome of like what indie wrestling fans were looking for. Just the baggy pleather pants, the crazy moves, like the Yakuza kick, that crazy reverse brainbuster he does.
Oh yeah.
All the high flying stuff. So yeah, he was fun to watch. But in this match, he hits the Yakuza kick, goes for his reverse brainbuster, but Jimmy Jacobs flips out of it and hits the Contra Code sliced bread for the 1, 2, 3. So Jimmy Jacobs gets the win, and then Trent Acid gets on the mic and says, "I fucking quit."
And that's that for Trent Acid.
See you later.
Well, see you later.
Yeah. So yeah, easy little opener, I guess. Unfortunate for Trent Acid, but good for Jimmy Jacobs, and the Huss is onward and upward.
Yeah, 2005 should be a good, pretty big year for Huss. And then on as he continues to develop and change characters and all that. So
I'm looking forward to, because I was introduced to Jimmy Jacobs as Age of the Fall Jimmy Jacobs.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see like where that switch happened, because it's such a stark contrast from what I would say is more known for, is like the emo boy, the zombie princess bullshit. But
yeah. I mean, he was he definitely got very emo before Age of the Fall.
Okay. So a slow progression is what you're saying.
Yeah, I would say so.
Well, that's
good. Somebody in the next match to transition, Lacey has a big future with Jimmy, but she's in our next match, not as I say, not with Jimmy yet.
Not yet, but they must have at least bumped shoulders behind the curtain as the next match. Which, I mean, this is a whole other hullabaloo we got going here. We got Special K Civil War on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. We got the team of Deranged and Lacey versus the team of Angel Dust and Becky Bayless.
Yep, Angel Dust, who is in tights now. And starting to care. Yeah.
Boots. No music, just all business Angel Dust. He wants to, he's done with the drugs and the E and the raves, etc. Oh,
yeah.
All their parents' money being spent. Yeah.
Who else is Dixie, I think, was with him, and somebody, they probably had somebody else.
I think at this point it's just Angel Dust, Becky, and I think Dixie. There is at least one other person. I don't know if the split continues to split, but that's where we're at here.
Yeah. I
mean, Special K, the breakup. I mean, do you have any memories of this whole storyline? It's kind of like, it's almost hard to follow it sometimes because it's so many of them and they all look the same. And they all dress the same. So it's like, who's Deranged? Is that Deranged? Who's Cloudy? Who's Dixie?
Yeah. Deranged, I always remembered because I was front row when Loki like killed him. So it's hard to forget that. But a lot of the other guys, I would have to get, Angel Dust, Dixie, Izzy. I would have to get a good look to make sure which one's which.
Right. Well, now we can tell because one guy has boots and tights.
Yeah. I mean, none of them can hold a candle to Elax, but I don't think he's there anymore, sadly.
Where's Elax at nowadays? Is he still around?
I don't think so, but Angel Dust actually is. He is the world champion of the local promotion in my town.
Hell yeah.
Riel. Yeah, still going today.
Shout out. I was about to say, because I'm watching this match, I'm like, these guys are fucking good wrestlers. And they were just like, put in there like, oh, it's like 87 guys that do flips and drugs. But it's like, no, when they get into a match like this, it's like, these guys are fucking good.
Yeah, absolutely. They all came from like a mix of like Jersey All Pro Wrestling, which was a pre Ring of Honor. A lot of guys came from that, or they were trained by Homicide. So they went up the right way. It wasn't like they were backyarders or something. It's just that unfortunately it's like, oh, these guys are good. Let's throw like 15 of them together, and none of them really stand out.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it worked for a little bit. Like they just felt like a bunch of hyenas kind of ganging up. And there's a period where Special K was really kind of running things, but
they named the show after him, Wrestle Rave.
Yeah, we got Jay Lethal out of it, so it's a net positive
That's
just
true.
for that.
Yeah, very true.
Abyss, of course, member of Special K, as we all remember.
Oh yeah, Special K must have had like 20 members at one point.
I think you were a member of Special K at some point, right?
Oh yeah, I loved Special K. So
Yeah,
definitely a big fan of them.
I'm more of a Fruit Loops guy myself, but we got a match going on here. It was a pretty solid match. It's a mixed tag team match. One of the ladies is not very good. I think it's Becky.
Yeah, Becky was more of a manager than a wrestler.
Right.
She's
Yeah.
also somewhat known. She almost got Raven put in jail when she was 15.
Oh no.
She was hanging out with, of all people, what's his name? Louis Dangerously, from ECW. He was
Okay.
Sign Guy Dudley.
Oh, okay,
And,
okay, gotcha.
She was hanging out with his wife, and they crashed in Raven's room, and she was 15 at the time. And somebody reported that Raven was with her. But Raven swears to God he never was, and he got cleared. So we almost didn't have Raven because of Becky Bayless.
I'll pretend you're 18, LOL.
Yeah, that's where Rob Feinstein, who was at ECW at that point, probably got that idea.
Jeez, the ties are crazy.
16-year-old boys instead of 15-year-old girls.
Tomato.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed this match. There was one part of this match that particularly stuck out to me. I actually have a clip of it here. Let's see here. Oh, so fucking loud. All right, first of all, we got Angel Dust here about to do the one-winged angel, which, pause, did he invent it?
I don't think so. I believe that was the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
The angel's wings.
Oh, good point. Yeah. Oh, shoot.
Can I tell you something? I made the same mistake in the opposite direction because I was looking up, did Angel Dust invent this move? And I was like, did he invent the angel's wings? And it was like, no, Christopher Daniels did. I'm like, oh, I'm a big dumb idiot. It's the one-winged angel.
I'm glad to be a big dumb idiot with you then.
Just two big dumb idiots just making our way through a podcast. But yeah, did Angel Dust, one-winged angel. I mean, he had to. He's about to do it here, right? Look at this guy.
Yeah.
So that's just a Jeopardy question. If it ever comes up, folks, Angel Dust, not Kenny Omega. Angel Dust invented it.
Yeah,
but he does it here. And I was on the Wizards a couple weeks ago, and at some point, Double T asked me. We're talking about like 1997 wrestling, and he was asking me like what sticks out to me, and I said how less is more, like how they got so much out of doing so little. Yes. And it was striking to me here, even in 2004, a couple indie guys still doing it, because I'll hit play here. You don't really need they're not doing that much, right? But the crowd erupts at the end of this sequence. So Angel Dust, he goes for the one-winged angel. Deranged tries to counter into a Rana. Angel lifts him back up. And then instead of, he gets him back in the one-winged angel position, instead of going full force with the move, he just opts to just do a simple face buster here. Ooh. But then the crowd erupts.
Oh, I had that one. The dumble stomp down. My goodness.
It was like a relatively simple sequence, but the crowd was like, oh shit. It was just striking to me how you can get so much out of just building to it rather than just spamming crazy moves.
Yeah, and you wouldn't expect that from the guys in Special K. They're known from doing everywhere, so they were learning, that's for sure. By the way, it makes sense now thinking about it, because Angel Dust was only Angel Dust in ROH. Everywhere else, he was known as Riel. Angel's I already forgot the name. One-winged angel. So
yes, it's very confusing.
Yes.
But
confusing.
Yeah. Sense. So otherwise,
on commentary, I'd like to point out a lot of things about the girls in this one too.
Such as what?
I believe he said hot girl on girl action at one point. When Becky and Lacey were going at it. One other thing, girls are a no-go in the ring. So yeah.
Is that what he said?
He said that. Yeah.
Well, it is 2004. We're in the midst of the diva search. It's a different time.
He's a different CM Punk then, that's for sure.
I mean, Lacey I thought was pretty decent here. I mean, maybe just in comparison to Becky, but
Yeah, Lacey was known for, I think she was in like the Minnesota Indies when they brought her in. She was solid. There was always like a handful of solid women out there, like Lacey. Mercedes Martinez was around.
Mickey James
Daisy
came through Ring of
Grace.
Honor.
Yeah, Mickey James. Allison Danger was pretty good when she was not psychotic in wrestling.
Right. Yeah. But ultimately, well, first of all, the women are going at it in the ring. Becky hits a bulldog onto Lacey. Deranged pulls her off with a pin. Becky slaps Deranged, and Deranged just annihilates her with a forearm.
He killed her, or he killed her.
Oh my goodness.
Again, 2004 was a different time.
It's just so ingrained to me. Like, oh, man and woman in ring, they're not going to do anything. But no, he's just sends her flying with a shot to the chops.
And that was basically it. Lacey wins with a really nice looking DDT.
Yeah,
kind of like the Edge DDT.
The Edgecution?
Edgecution, that was it.
Yes, the Edgecution for the win for Lacey. And the Deranged and the other Special K members, the druggies, I guess.
Cheech and Cloudy.
That I was going to ask if you knew who these guys were.
Yeah. Cheech is still wrestling. I don't think Cloudy is, but Cheech is still around.
Shout out Cheech. But then the Ring Crew Express comes out to make the save. We're not gonna take it, dude.
The fans love them.
It's so hype. I don't know why. I don't know why I love it, but I do.
I think just because they've seen them take shit for so long. Like Ring of Honor was good about that over the years, where they'll have somebody that are just starting off at nobodies, and within a year they're like the biggest person. Cheeseburger, who goes over to Japan and was in teams with Jushin Liger.
Right.
He starts as a ring crew guy with Charlie Haas telling him eat a cheeseburger. So Ring of Honor was very good at that.
Is that how he got his name, Cheeseburger?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Charlie Haas told him, "You're too skinny. You need to eat a cheeseburger." A fan started chanting cheeseburger, and
I am Cheeseburger. Become the cheeseburger. That's
amazing,
stupid, but I love it.
Yep.
Well,
so did you get this what was your next match? Because there was one missing from my DVD.
Yeah, it was also missing from the stream that I had. Rockin' Rebel versus Devin Moore.
Yep. Yeah. Rocking Rebel getting to wrestle because he had a promoter's license, I believe, or whatever license you need to run a show. He had it, so he would wrestle for Ring of Honor because of that.
Yeah, because they are in Philly, and I think he's a Philly guy, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So you're saying he wrestled on at least one of the Rexplex shows too.
Oh, lucky you! You got to experience it.
Him versus Jerk Jackson on a Rexplex show.
Where's the lie? Love me some Jerk Jackson. Fucking Jerk Jackson. So you did not get this match, is what you're saying?
No, I did not. Sadly, Rockin' Rebel, rest in piss as well.
Yeah, geez, it's
went out like Chris Benoit.
Yeah, like no shit, man. I mean, it's crazy to see his name on a 2004 Ring of Honor show.
Oh yeah.
Shame we didn't get to. I'm sure it was a great match, though. Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure. 2004 Devin Moore. How could you go wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too familiar on Devin Moore. I did like a quick research on his cage match, and people seem to enjoy him. So I'm sure this was fine.
He was a CZW guy later on, and he got better, but in 2004 he was not very good.
Yikes! Big yikes. Well, indeed. If anybody saw this match, call in. Rockin' Rebel versus Devin Moore, Final Battle, 2004. But hey, we did get to see.
Oh yeah,
Homicide versus Josh Daniels.
Boy, they
Ooh-wee.
really wanted to make Josh Daniels something.
Does he ever get like put into the pure division? It feels like he's tailor-made for it.
I'm sure he does, but I don't think he goes very far from here. Like, I don't really see his name, but he's another guy. He's still at it somewhere out there.
I'm sure like he's a solid wrestler, but like in an era where there's so many like extraordinary wrestlers, like he couldn't rise above, it seems like.
Yeah, they had plenty of those solid wrestlers that just, never went anywhere.
He's very similar. It feels like there's like a big crop of guys that just wanted to be Chris Benoit. And he feels like
he's 100% that. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, what's his dick? John Walters.
Yes.
Feels like he's just like an enhanced version of Josh Daniels to me.
I had that in my notes. I had a note that they should have been a tag team.
That would have been great.
Inspired by Chris Benoit. You could have called them Murder and Suicide. Tag team, double murder, suicide.
Anyways, the crowd goes wild. But yeah, it was a fine match here. Again, like Josh Daniels, he's fine, but it's so like on the nose. It's the chops, the German suplexes.
All he was missing was like a diving headbutt.
Maybe it's good that he didn't have that.
Yeah, probably.
In hindsight, probably a good call.
What? I think he went for it. I think he went for a CTE. Yes, he went for a CTE headbutt, but he missed.
The CTE, the flying CTE, misses, and Homicide ends up winning with a Kimura, which caught me off guard.
It makes sense later in the show. One of those things that they come back to.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we can allude to it now. So, Homicide and Bryan Danielson have an upcoming best of 5 series where each match is a different stipulation, and the first one is going to be a tap out match.
Yeah. So you would think that was geared more towards Bryan Danielson, but then you realize, Homicide, he's a guy that can go for sure. He's got an STF. He's got his arm submissions and stuff. Or, it's a tap out match. If there's no rules, he could just choke him.
Oh, yeah. Didn't think about that. He beat Samoa Joe with a noose.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe he'll bring out the noose again.
Very true.
Not enough nooses in wrestling.
Julius Smokes, by the way.
Oh, why that? What's your problem with Julius?
Oh, he's too much.
2000 Triss is coming. Can you feel it? Oh, yeah!
Yeah. I feel like he's way too much. Like, he just wants everybody to look at him during the match instead of the in-ring action. Ugh.
Dude, they have a promo, him and Homicide, later in the show, and it's like the first time I've heard him talk like a normal human being. It's like listening to Larry the Cable Guy talk out of character. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's very weird.
I don't like it.
The Rockwaller 2000
tonight. Shit.
The Rockwaller 2000
where's my wigger?
Is coming.
I lost it. I need make it stop. I had another drop where he calls somebody a bitch ass wigger, but it's gone.
Oh, that sounds about right. That sounds like him.
Yeah,
that was his go-to. That or pretending to jerk off at a fan in the front row many times.
Love a good jerk off.
Oh,
Eric Jackson, shout out.
Or a good hand job.
Oh, come on now. 2-hour hand jobs. All around everybody. No friction, or all friction, no liquid.
No.
But speaking of wet hand jobs, we got a Ring of Honor Pure Championship match on our hands here.
Oh, yeah.
The champion, John Walters, versus Jimmy Rave, the crown jewel of the embassy.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of guys that used to be as vanilla and generic as possible, that was Jimmy Rave before he got hooked up with Prince Nana.
Dude, I love the embassy.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely have loved the embassy from day one. Loved Prince Nana from the minute I saw him. even before ROH. Yeah.
I mean, even in those first couple shows in Ring of Honor when he was a wrestler, he was like a big, bulky dude. He was just killing people. And then he got knocked out by Low-Ki, and that was it. So,
yeah, wrestling wasn't for him very much after that.
well, I think this was his calling because John Walters, Jimmy Rave, of course, Jimmy is accompanied by Prince Nana, as well as the other members of the embassy, Diablo Santiago and Omen Tortuga, the Outcast Killers.
As well as their Lysol to purify the ring.
To purify the air for Jimmy Rave. It's so good, man.
If only they had the pure title purifying the ring as well.
Well, we'll put a pin in that there, Brundo Fly, because they're here to gain the pure title as they are challenging the pure champion, John Walters here. They had a match at the last show, but Prince Nana was kicked out, and Nana, he consolidated all of his lawyers. He has endless lawyers, you see, because he's a prince. He has endless money, bottomless money, so he can get all the lawyers that he can. And Ring of Honor, to quote Gabe Sapolsky here, they just can't afford to fight him in court. So they allowed Prince Nana here ringside for this pure title match. So that's how he got the rematch.
I'm pretty sure Prince Nana said recently, like, if he needed more money, he would just tax the Ghana citizens again more and more, which is wonderful.
I think I think he cut a promo at the last show, basically alluding to that. And that's how he's like getting all of these like armed guys to wrestle for him.
Yeah. Weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. But we got a pure title match here. What are your thoughts on just the pure rules, I guess? The 3 rope breaks, no punches to the face, 20 count on the floor. What are your thoughts? I feel like it's kind of a polarizing thing, but what are your thoughts on it?
It is, and when used right, it's fantastic. So a guy like Walters knew how to use the rules to his advantage and make everything work. Later on, Nigel McGuinness was a famous pure champion, you know, and his matches, he just knew how to make everything work for it. So if it didn't, when they had the pure title for the first time, you were at least I was thinking like, oh, this is just going to be, you know, submission matches and lots of clean wrestling. But no, they were able to make the matches way more entertaining with especially once they lose like the rope breaks and everything, and able to incorporate all that into it. So big fan of pure division.
No, yeah, for sure. And it just made it feel like a different match than the other matches on the card.
Yes.
And guys like John Walters were able to use those ropes to create unique finishes. Like at the last show when Walters faced Jimmy Rave, Walters won by locking a submission on the outside, holding onto it until the 19 count, and then sliding into the ring, which logistically makes sense, or logically makes sense.
Yeah.
So he's using the rules to his advantage here, and he's bringing Jimmy, he's pulling him to the ropes before he locks in a submission. So it forces them to grab the rope, so they lose their rope breaks. So then he could put submissions on and the ropes. There's a whole level of strategy to it and a different way of watching it. I feel like it adds to the pacing of the overall show, and it just makes the pure title feel not just like a mid-card title. It feels like a whole different division in itself.
Yeah, kind of like how TNA wanted to do with the X division.
Right.
It's like a separate division, not like just lightweights. This is something separate. The pure title definitely felt like that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, and Walters has done a fantastic job with the title at this point too.
Yeah.
He's a great champion.
Especially with Samoa Joe prodding at him, his Joe thinks it's a bullshit title, and John Walters is here to add prestige to it. That's like a secondary story going on here, which I like.
Yeah. I think he won this title the last time I was on your show too.
That's very possible. Yeah, against Doug Williams, maybe.
Oh no! Last time I was on, it was Doug Williams and Samoa Joe. I think he had just beaten, the show before that, he had beaten Doug Williams.
That sounds right. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
But no, I thought this was a pretty good match here. Anything in particular about this contest stand out to you?
I mean, you mentioned it before, like all the stuff where, if he's going to pin him or whatnot, they're going to put him towards the ropes. There was one I really liked. I don't even know if they pointed out on commentary. Jimmy Rave goes to pin John Walters next to the ropes and actually pushes his foot onto the rope. So
Right.
getting a rope break away. Absolute genius.
But still maintaining that like shitty heel attitude. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. And they really got their rope break at the end. They really like knocked him out really fast. Like one by one by one.
Yeah. As time goes on, people are like learning how to manipulate the rules and to work within the rules, both like in kayfabe and in real life. So
Yeah.
there was one thing I do take umbrage with a little bit. So there's one point where Jimmy Rave rolls up John Walters and uses the ropes for leverage.
Mm-hmm.
So if Walters doesn't have any rope breaks left to use, can you be pinned while using the ropes for leverage? I feel like that's still like, I feel like that's not you using a rope break. That's like, but Gabe says like, oh, the ropes are fair game now because he doesn't have rope breaks. So maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt iffy to me.
That's a little convoluted, but
they're figuring it out.
Yeah. Yeah. And they kind of call back to the last match too with the submission while Walters is being counted out on the outside.
Yeah. Very unique finish here. We got Jimmy Rave. He's in a tree of woe in the corner inside the ring. John Walters slides to the outside of the ring and like gives him like a neck stretch type from the outside in. Ref is counting, gets to 18, 19, and Jimmy Rave
last one more second.
Come on, Jimmy. Just one more second. Taps at 19 and loses.
And Todd Sinclair screaming in his face. I think it was Todd Sinclair is screaming in his face. 1, 2.
So, but yeah, Walters, he was banking on him tapping before because if he would have lasted one more second, he would have lost via count out.
Yep.
So
we have a new pure champion.
Fun element of drama there. But yeah, John Walters retains the title.
Yep.
But we're not done here because Prince Nana grabs the mic. Cut that music off. He invites John Walters into the ring. You are a hell of a worker, John Walters. How? And then he's basically like, hey, John, would you like to get rub downs after every match? Do you like $15,000 watches, etc., etc.? Well, you could have it all, John Walters, if you are to join the embassy. And he hands John Walters some cash. I didn't really catch how much it was, but it was a big wad of cash he hands him.
Yeah. And then hands him some more, I think, even too. That's not enough.
Walters is like, if I'm gonna sell out to you, it's gonna take more than that.
Yeah, that's right.
Pulls out his money clip or whatever. He's like, oh, okay. And he hands him more money. And then the embassy's like, whoa, that's our money. And then Nana's like, don't worry, Jimmy, you're still the crown jewel. And then he hands Walters more money. And then John Walters is like, you think I'm gonna just sell out to you guys? Well, you're right. And then he shakes his hand, and now he's a member of the embassy. Everybody has a price. Some may say.
Look at all the things he offered him. Trans. I'm sure Ring of Honor wasn't offering him free rides at that point.
Oh, like trains. I missed that part. Are we going to Thailand here?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me with Nana if he wants to train. If they all want to train somebody, he'll find somebody. But yeah, all these things he offered him, and he's like, yeah, fine, I'll take that. So, which
makes sense. Like, it's more like wrestling logic that like if this was like WWE, it'd be like, there's no price worth selling my soul. But like, yeah, there is, there always is.
He makes money on his bookings only. So, here's a little bit of extra cash. Makes sense. It's nice when wrestling makes sense.
And so John Walters, member of the embassy, which I think I like because John Walters, like, he's a good pure champion, but definitely a pretty bland otherwise, which to an extent works for this division. Like, no nonsense, no bullshit wrestler. But I don't mind him.
Really good mean face.
He does. It fits. There's like a promo later in the show where it's like Nana cutting the promo, and then Walters and Jimmy Rave are in the background. It's like, oh, this feels right. I dig this.
Yeah, absolutely. He sends away the Outcast Killers to go get the car ready or something like that.
Yeah, who are on a 2-match win streak, the Outcast Killers, but Nana's like, hey, who cares? Go make sure our weapon of mass destruction is stretched out. Which don't know what that means, but man.
I don't think they did.
No, doesn't seem like it, but we will more on that later. Yes. Little tease. But before that, my goodness, we got a fight without honor tag team match. The team of BJ Whitmer and Dan Moff taking on the Carnage Crew. What a brawl. What shenanigans of fun. I mean, these guys have been feuding for a while. It does feel like they've kind of been background characters in a Mick Foley versus Ricky Steamboat feud.
Yes. Or even a, Alice in Danger versus the Moff and Whitmer feud.
Right.
Well,
I'm surprised she wasn't a bigger factor in this match.
Yeah.
Unless
she tried to be, and then
I guess she does kind of factor into the finish a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought it was a fun brawl between these guys. Weapons all over the place. We got chairs, ladders, tables, trash cans, etc.
Kendo sticks. Yeah.
I mean, there's a ton of crazy spots in this one. Any in particular stick out to you?
What did I have?
We got a DeVito moonsault onto BJ Whitmer on a ladder.
The exploder by BJ onto Loke, where he just basically missed half the table.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yikes.
That was rough. But yeah, I mean, they do. What's I gonna say? Ring of Honor does these fights without honor so friggin' well, and the fact that they're so far and few between, it really means a lot when they actually do one too. So.
No, yeah, I agree. I mean, especially, Ring of Honor was kind of birthed out of ECW, so it makes sense.
Yeah. And it wasn't like hardcore guys when they started. Like, I feel like that made the Carnage Crew really stand out because the rest of the card was Bryan's or Xavier's, Scoot Andrews, and then you have the Carnage Crew who were like the two extreme guys for the for ROH. Right. And it really worked for them. I love the Carnage Crew. I was a big fan of them. Yeah.
There's some of the best characters, low key, in Ring of Honor here because they have like an established, like, we hate our wives, we hate our lives. The only happiness we get is when we get in that ring and just kick ass and bleed and come and all that stuff. So, or whatever. I'm paraphrasing, but
I was definitely a huge fan of this one. At one point, Punk says BJ should ask for a new brain for Christmas, and boy, did he get that right. Maybe it would have stopped some stuff later in life.
Oh man, this card is riddled with shady characters, I think. But
he Punk calls him a menstrual horse at one point. I don't know where he gets that from.
Because he was bleeding and he takes horse steroids. is what I got out of that. It's what I read in between those lines.
Yeah. Dan Moff. I love Dan Moff in this match too. His facial expressions should be just like studied too.
He's so intense.
He really is
so good.
Yeah. He smells good apparently too.
What does he smell like?
He's probably the best smelling wrestler of all time. Like Tony said, they had him in the basement once, and his couch smelled great for like 3 weeks. So he knows how to work that cologne.
By the way, for anyone out of context who doesn't know what the Shining Wizards is, they had him in the basement for a few months. Like, excuse me, pardon me. Yeah, they were throwing him sandwiches. Yeah, whatever. Here's a gallon of water.
He's watching. They had him chained up against the wall, watching stuff over and over again. Watching Carnage Crew matches.
Just a human Glade plug-in down there, apparently. But interesting. I would never have guessed. I'm sure he smells like coconuts and probably just coconuts. But
maybe that's coconuts.
So we got a spike pile driver from the Carnage crew on a Dan Moff. We get a fun little decapitation spot, which casually just say that.
Yeah.
Where what's his dick? Somebody's in the I think it's Moff is in the corner. They got a table set up like under his throat, and they're about to like hit him with a chair or something, but then BJ comes in and makes the save.
Yeah, he stopped at like the last second.
Which is a spot that they did with the Second City Saints a few months ago, so it was kind of an allusion to that. They set up 2 ladders in the middle of the ring. All 4 guys climb it. There's nothing to grab. It's not a ladder match. There's nothing up there.
Yeah,
but they all fall down. 2 guys get crotched. I think it's DeVito hits a side effect to BJ off the top.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And
the other guys, did they go through the table? No, they didn't go through the table yet.
Not yet, because before that, bang bang comes out. Mick Foley, like 15 minutes into this match, he comes out, grabs the mic. It's all about Mick Foley. He says, "Holy shit!" And then he gets in the ring, gets in the center of the ring with he has a
stocking, right?
A stocking under his shirt. Yeah, I was like, man, he put on weights the last time I've seen him, but he pulls out a stocking from under his shirt. But it's not just Socko. It's a very special Socko. Turns the stocking over, dumps out thumbtacks all over the ring. Oh my God. And then Moff and DeVito start going at it. They're trying to put each other through the tacks. Foley's doing commentary like in the middle of this match with the mic.
Oh yeah.
DeVito hits a cutter onto Moff, like right next to the tacks. Didn't really hit the tacks.
Yeah. And then BJ finishes it with the wrist clutch through the tacks.
Yes.
His exploder.
Yeah. Well, there was a funny moment before that too, where BJ hits a double arm DDT to HC Loke, which is Mick Foley's finish. Bang. Then is where Allison Danger comes in. She distracts the ref so that BJ doesn't get the win here. And then Foley, as the ref turns around, makes the count, and Foley's like, "Nobody kicks out of the double arm DDT." And then he does. He's like, "Oh!" It's fun. Loke, neck breaker off the apron to Moff through the table. And then, yes, they beat the BJ wrist clutch exploder to DeVito onto the tacks for the 1, 2, 3. So BJ, Dan Moff, the former Prophecy, get the win here. Just a fun brawl. It was kind of what you expected going into it, but I think these guys showed out.
I think it definitely stands out because there's nothing else like this on the card either. So
great point.
It's the the whole I don't think I could say that word.
You got it. I believe in you.
Conglomeration. Conglomeration. There we go. I just need somebody else to say it first. We conglomerated on that.
Oh yeah.
But it really makes the conglomeration of the card work.
There you go. Nailed it.
Yeah. Something a little different in every match.
Clipped it. Clip that. Conglomeration. But yeah, and then Foley gets in there. He puts this match over. He makes the 2 teams hug each other. So I guess we're cool now. Then they leave. And then out comes Dick Blood. Ricky Steamboat comes out.
They mentioned earlier in the match too that he's done. He accepted the thing or the agent job in WWE. Yeah,
which God bless. WWE needs him at this point. And they even Mick Foley alludes to it. He's like, "You're going to WWE to make stars out of Heidenreich and Gene Snitsky and Luther Reigns." Like, geez,
your favorite, right? Luther Reigns.
Oh my God, I'm in the heart of this bullshit that Foley's making fun of. It is tragically bad. But maybe Ricky Steamboat will turn the tide. We'll see.
I mean, Heidenreich becomes a huge wrestler pretty soon after this.
Huge.
Maybe not really, but
nope. Fuck him.
Nope.
Ricky Steamboat, Mick Foley, they're in the ring. Tacks are all over the place. All the table shards and whatever the hell. Ricky's like, because do you remember their feud that they've been having for the past few months with Steamboat and Mick Foley?
Ring of Hardcore versus pure wrestling, basically.
Yep. Basically, Steamboat says that Foley doesn't have talent and that he needs all of this tomfoolery to have good matches. But then Foley's like, hey, buddy, you've had cage matches with Ric Flair and Rick Rude and strap matches and street fights and all that shit with like the Don Moroccos of the world.
Yeah.
And
they bring up Ric Flair. Apparently him and Foley got into it around this point.
So I looked this up. Let me see if I still have it up here because I did not remember this.
I didn't remember this either until they brought it up.
Because Foley also mentioned that he, like a few weeks before this, he was on WWE and he was a part of a racially charged angle. And I was like, what the hell is he talking about? And I looked it up. Apparently, in late 2004 on Raw, Foley was involved in a comedic segment where he made jokes that implied Ric Flair was racist because Flair was treating Eugene differently. So he was racist against whatever Eugene is.
I mean, people have said Ric Flair is racist, but not because he was treating Eugene differently. Teddy Long brought that up, but it wasn't before this.
Yeah. So I think it was like a comedic joke. Like it wasn't, obviously not racist. You can't be racist against tards.
Depends on what kind of tards they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have called him a cracker tard.
Cracker. There's a title of the episode right there. Oh, clip that. That's going to be on my soundboard. Cracker tard, he says. But Flair apparently felt that joke crossed the line, which probably fair.
Yeah, probably not too far off there.
And backstage, off TV, apparently Flair legitimately punched Foley in the face. But then Foley has recounted. He said that, yes, he did get punched in the face. It was not a fight. Flair immediately realized that he went too far by punching him. And then Flair apologized and they resolved it quickly.
They do go on to work together maybe a year or two after this. So, yeah.
Yeah. So
when was Flair's book came out? Maybe earlier this year, I think.
Yeah.
So that kind of was the start of all this. And, also works as a thing with the Steamboat Foley feud.
Yeah, that's kind of what fed into it, is because obviously Steamboat and Ric Flair are so tied together.
I actually got my Ric Flair book signed by Ric Flair. Me and a friend of mine went to a local bookstore that had like and whenever a wrestling book would come out, they would come there. And we went real early. We were like 4th or 5th in line. And we each got pictures with Flair. And my friend that I went to, she's a little, especially at the time, was a little bigger, if you know what I mean. Not bigger, but, in the spot that Flair would like. And there is a picture of Flair. Yeah. Flair not looking at the camera with her.
Oh, man. Well, I'm sure she didn't mind.
No. 2004 Ric Flair, probably not.
Oh, that's the least. I mean, she got off easy.
She did. Yeah, that's true. He wasn't wearing the robe.
Yeah, she didn't take the helicopter ride up.
No, thank God. Yeah. He didn't look like a melted candle yet.
How did he smell though?
I don't remember. I'm sure he smelled fine. I would remember if he smelled bad.
Probably smells like an old couch.
Yeah, that's true. Or like kamikazes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Whatever his poison was at that point in time. Yeah.
That's what the drink was. Kamikazes. Him and like Rodman and Knobs, all these guys. That's what they would do.
What a crew. Gee whiz.
Yeah.
What a night.
They're all still alive somehow too. Amazing.
Insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the source of the feud, because Flair was talking shit on Foley in his book, I believe.
Yeah. He calls on. I mean, Foley talked shit on Flair too. Never as a wrestler, but as a booker, he said he hated Ric Flair. So 2 books in, and then Flair legitimately said like, "Oh, here's my receipt," in his book. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Ricky Steamboat, I guess, is kind of the stand-in for Ric Flair, kind of defending him, defending the pure wrestling element, like you mentioned, against
Yeah.
the hardcore. And Foley, in his first appearance, he was like, Ring of Honor, ROH, it stands for Ring of Hardcore, which didn't get a lot of like positive reactions from the wrestlers and the fans.
That was in all like the promo packages too.
Yeah.
It was always like Foley saying around this time when they would run like the promo packages on all their shoot interview DVDs. It was always Foley saying, "I know Ring of Honor stands for Ring of Hardcore," and then they'd show all the hardcore clips from stuff like these matches or whatnot.
Sure, Abdullah the Butcher. I mean, that's when I think of Ring of Honor, I think of Abdullah and his match with Homicide and the Carnage Crew.
Oh yeah,
So
Abdullah and the ICP, and, legends like that.
Jack Victory made an appearance. Dusty Rhodes.
Oh yeah, Dusty. I was at that one too. Dusty Rhodes and Ox Baker.
Ox Baker. Everybody showed up here, man. Good gravy.
Yeah, they really did.
But Foley's like, you know what? I'll rescind that. Ring of Honor. I know it's built on pure wrestling, but he wants Steamboat to admit that there's at least a place for hardcore wrestling. Wrestling's a buffet, and a Ring of Honor, pure wrestling is the main course, but hardcore wrestling can be a dessert, which is kind of what it was here. So he's not wrong. And Steamboat is like
mashed potato, like a good side.
Yeah. Mashed potato. That makes sense. Hardcore mashing.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, there you go. Sprinkle some garlic tax in it.
Garlic tax. Then what would be the dessert? Then is the question.
Maybe
gotta
the
have a dessert
title, perhaps. You like normal world title is the main course. Pure title is the nice dessert afterwards.
I feel like that's like the sauce on top of the main course, the pure wrestling. It's like the au jus or whatever. It's
maybe the Special K could be the dessert.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Snuck into it.
Right.
Yeah. It gets you ready for that ecstasy.
That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun what you just did there. I like that. But yeah, so wrestling's a buffet. Hardcore is the dessert, according to Mick Foley here. And Steamboat's like, yeah, sure. Thumbs up. Because he's already out the WWE. So Steamboat's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Good on you, Mick.
Yep. They kiss and make up. Beautiful.
And Foley's like,
keeps going.
Dude, it's so long. It's so long.
Gosh, yeah. This was like the one part of the show where I was like, all right, let's go. The match is over. We're still.
Gabe wants to get his money's worth.
Yeah, he does. I'm sure he was paying a good chunk for Mick Foley at that point.
I mean, look, early Ring of Honor, you got Mick Foley and Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah,
that's big.
Yeah, they always try to get one of those legends in, where it was those guys, but what's his name? Bobby Heenan, Jim Cornette.
Yes.
Guys like that always making appearances. Midnight Express.
C.W. Anderson. all the stars. All the stars. Oh, man. But then, so whatever, that finally ends. Almost.
Or
because
does
Foley's... Yeah, you think. You thought. Because Steamboat leaves. Foley's still in the ring, though. He's like, Samoa Joe, why don't you come out here? Because Joe and Foley have had beef.
Yes.
Samoa Joe basically was like, if you want to wrestle for a real company, come wrestle here. And then Foley here is like, look, until you come to WWE, you're always going to be a tier or two below me. So I'm going to give you, Joe, the opportunity to apologize to me for disrespecting me. Because Joe comes out, he sprints to the ring, gets right in his face, and Foley's like, "Hey, apologize to me." I was like, "What? How's this gonna end?"
It kind of ends like we think it would end, I believe, too.
Yeah, because Joe's like,
they don't make up.
No kissing at all, unfortunately. No. Unless you count his forearm kissing his chin, because Mojo's like, yeah, you know what? You're right, Foley. I was a bit out of line. I'd like to apologize and shake your hand. And they shake hands. And then Joe Forearm
Wallops him.
to Mick Foley. Man, because these guys never had a true match, right? Samoa Joe and Mick Foley.
Later on in TNA, I think they crossed paths.
Oh, that's true. Jesus.
Yeah, when Foley comes in there and eventually becomes TNA champion. I'm pretty sure they wrestled then, but
it's probably Nation of Violence Samoa Joe too.
Yeah.
Baggy pants, fat Joe with the face paint.
Maybe Okada Kato in his corner for that match.
What in the goddamn hell? And then there's like Nigel McGuinness is there somewhere, and then it's like they had everybody.
China comes in at some point. Yeah.
Kurt Angle.
What a time.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Black Snow.
Samoa Joe and Foley, there was talks to have a match. And then I think, I don't know if it happened or not. They had like a brawl together. And Foley realized like the next day, he's like, yeah, this is never going to happen. He legitimately told Joe, he's like, it's nothing you did. I basically kicked my own ass, like brawling with you. So they're never going to happen with them until, Foley takes the TNA money.
Yeah. I mean, look, 04 into 05, like we're fresh off of Mick Foley's match with Randy Orton. So Foley could still go to an extent. And then when was the Samoa Joe Necro Butcher match?
That was, I want to say, coming up this year in 2005.
I mean, just switch out Necro for Mick Foley.
Oh my God, yeah. That holds the place of being the original first Wizard's Homework, Shining Wizard's Homework, was Samoa Joe Necro. And it's probably my favorite match of all time. Right. It's like a toss-up between that or Samoa Joe Kenta Kobashi. So
very different matches, but yeah.
But both have Samoa Joe.
Yeah. So
good stuff.
Samoa Joe lays out Mick Foley, he leaves, which, probably gives him a bit of a rub, I guess.
Yeah, I would say so. Mick Foley, he's one of the big 3 or 4 from WWE, so he's fresh off still being a really big name. The Attitude Era was Foley, Austin, Rock, and Triple H, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
For sure. But speaking of huge names, boy, this next match, we got Jay Lethal taking on the Weapon of Mass Destruction 2. Not the first one, number 2.
Number 2.
Speaking of number 2, look at this guy's gear. He's just got black track pants, black boots, some black shitty green, and it's like a green and yellow mask.
Is it? Oh, okay.
It's like black with like green and yellow stripes on it or whatever, I think.
I'm colorblind, so maybe I missed that.
Just a scrawny schlub.
Yes.
Gabe says he looks so generic.
I think they did that a few times. It's amazing that's the first match that he has in ROH. And
was he El Generico before this?
Yes. Yeah. He was El Generico for a couple of years at this point. Like him and Steen and a few other guys from Canada had already come to the US and started making splashes elsewhere.
Right. It's the debut of El Generico. What a way to debut him. I mean,
oh shit.
No entrance, and the whole story was that because Nana had an original weapon that he was going to use in this match, but he had to sell him for parts. I don't know what that means. Because I guess he had to give all of his money to John Walters, so it's like, okay, I can't also spend money on this weapon, so we gotta get this shitty Jamoke.
He orders them off Temu.
Yeah, just this. I think Punk calls him like a low rent Spider-Man villain.
Yes, that's right. That was a good one.
And because it's crazy, like no entrance for this guy, just a random nameless, just henchman number 2, and he would go on to main event WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Probably a bigger star than anybody else on the show today, maybe.
Except for maybe Mick Foley, you're probably right.
Yeah. Well, it's in terms of people that wrestled.
Yeah, people
On
that
this
wrestle.
card.
Oh, CM Punk.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. But
I mean, yeah, Becky Bayless.
Cheech, Cloudy. Yeah. There are some big stars on this. Now that
Hey,
you mentioned
Becky
it.
Bayless got in the ring with JWoww of Jersey Shore fame. That's pretty big.
Egg on my face, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, a fine little match here. Obviously, you know, we're not getting the full on El Generico shtick
No.
here. But there are some glimpses of it. You can tell just the way he moves. You can tell that it's him. Some fun stuff here, but ultimately it was the Lethal show. But I don't know.
Yeah.
What'd you make of this?
I enjoyed this. This was a good sprint. I laughed like hell when they were like shitting all over the Mask of Destruction as he's
Right.
just beating the tar out of Jay Lethal. Look at this guy, he's worthless, blah blah blah. It's like he's nothing like Jay Lethal as
Dominating the
putting
match.
boots. Yeah, put the boots to him. Lethal too, his chops. Holy, everybody talks about Roderick, but
Yeah.
his chops are rough. I was at a show where Lethal wrestled. It was like a little, maybe 100 people there, and Lethal goes out into the crowd, and he was like right next to us, and he chopped a guy, and my ears popped. He hit him so hard. So,
He seems like he has big hands, Jay Lethal.
yes, I bet he does. Among big feet, probably too.
Yeah. That's probably it,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah.
But
Do you prefer hair Lethal, braids Lethal, or bald Lethal? We got hair Lethal here.
It's like transition into hair Lethal here. It's like
Yeah.
buzz cut or whatever, like hydro haircut going
Yeah.
to braids, but we're like in the middle of
He's
that.
like just has enough hair not to make braids.
This honestly feels more like Macho Man than Black Machismo.
Yeah,
terms of his hair.
yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Maybe that's where he got the inspiration from. Maybe it was at this point where he was doing those promos in the mirror because he had the hair. He's like, oh, yeah. And then he's like, oh, wait, this could be something. Who knows?
Good point.
Yeah, braids Lethal was probably his biggest. Probably when I
Yeah.
was the biggest fan of him. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Braids Lethal was when he dominated ROH like 10 years from now too.
Yeah. I don't mind a bald head though, Brundo.
No.
I don't think I hate bald heads.
Thank you. It's not a hairstyle by choice, but it works.
You got a good head for it though. I don't have a good
got
head for a
lucky.
bald head. Yeah, so hopefully this stays. Or else I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to get some hats. But
Call Cy Sperling.
there you go.
Yeah,
Got his
if you
number on
know who
speed
that
dial.
is. Yeah.
Somebody does. Call in if you know.
Showing my age there.
But yeah, so Jay Lethal wins here with a dragon suplex, but weapon.
So much better than the lethal injection too.
Yeah.
I hate the lethal injection. It's
it's
you have to make a
convoluted.
guy stand there. It's convoluted. He always yells for it too.
Lethal injection. Like, all right.
If you
That's-
didn't know
that's
what I
Osprey's
was going to
thing.
finish you with, here you go.
Yeah. The lethal combination was fine.
Yes.
He has a good elbow. But yeah, the dragon suplex is pretty sick.
It's gnarly. That's for sure.
And Lethal gets on the mic. He yells at Nana. Nana, I've passed all your tests. Give me Jimmy Rave. So
Was it Jimmy Rave that he challenged?
I think so.
Or
Maybe I
it wasn't
misheard.
Walters? I think it was Walters that he might have challenged.
Oh, it might
I
be.
could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. But I know that, spoiler, that's coming up in not next, but pretty soon.
Okay, that makes sense.
Maybe he has to go through Rave first.
Yeah, maybe it's the first line of defense because him and Rave, I think, have had beef previously. Because John
Yeah.
Walters is a new implementation into the embassy, so I think Lethal
That's
doesn't have heat with Walters yet, but
Yeah.
maybe
So now
we'll
we
leave
got-
there.
We got three big names in the embassy. So fuck, marry, kill.
Oh boy.
Prince Nana, John Walters, Jimmy Rave.
Let's see here. Probably fuck Jimmy Rave. He feels like he's built to be fucked. I mean that in the best possible way. Prince Nana probably marry for his money, and I guess kill John Walters.
See, I thought about marrying Nana, but I feel like he would treat you terrible. Like he's not a guy that would.
Yeah.
If you're married to him, he's not gonna let you work. You're gonna have to be in the kitchen and
Sure.
somehow producing children for him.
Yeah.
I'd probably
be
fuck
bred
him,
by him. Yeah.
So
Sorry,
maybe
what
he'd
was that?
leave something. I'd fuck Prince Nana.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
When they get that
I
clean.
knew it, yeah.
Add it to my collection of people you fucked.
Yeah. Next episode, I can't wait to see who I'm gonna fuck. But yeah, I would definitely do that. I'd probably marry Rave. He's a good old Southern boy, so he might treat you well. And then
Is he Southern?
Walters can go. Yeah, he's from Georgia.
Okay. I don't know if I've heard him talk. Really? At least not
Yeah.
a lot.
I'm pretty sure he's from there. He came up in like NWA Wild Side, which was a
Right.
Georgia one that like where AJ Styles started.
Right. That's where the link with AJ comes. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure he's a hick.
Hickenbottom. Shout out. Well, yeah. So Lethal gets the win here, keeps his momentum going. Lethal, people love Lethal at this point.
Yeah, he's set for a big year, that's for sure.
So him versus John Walters for the pure title feels like it makes sense if that's what happens here. But after that, we get a little tag team match here.
Oh boy, do we ever.
The team, well, it's more like a ring introduction with a match on the side. The team of CM Punk and Steve Corino making his return after a year layoff from Ring of Honor.
I didn't realize he was gone for that long either.
I did not eat. His last match was the barbed wire match with Homicide.
Yeah. Well, he was supposed to challenge Samoa Joe also.
Yeah.
In Chicago, but had to cancel because of 0-1.
Right.
That led to the best match of Ring of Honor of all time, supposedly. Punk Joe too.
Yeah. So he's back here. He's got a new look. Short hair. He's kind of like a bootleg Shane Douglas, but
yes, yeah. When I saw a clip at one point, I was like, wait, Shane Douglas on this card?
Very similar in a lot of ways, those two. So it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But Punk and Corino are taking on Generation Next, represented here by Alex Shelley and Roderick Strong. The match is fine. I have a lot of problems with this the pre-match here.
Oh, really?
Steve Corino is such a fucking mark. I'm so sick of this dude.
He certainly is. But I think that's what he wanted to be.
I can't tell if it's a bit or if he actually thinks he's the shit.
No, it's 100% a bit.
Okay. I mean, I hope so. I'm
pretty sure he plays into it really well.
Dude, his music has 5 different intros. Even you can see Punk in the ring, he's laughing at how long it's taking for him to come out.
Yeah. I mean, his intro is about 2.5 minutes, I would say.
I'm gonna cut it in here actually. I'm gonna put it in here, folks. Listen to this. This is all before he comes out. Isn't that crazy, Brundo, what we just saw?
Oh, amazingly crazy. Could not believe it.
Can't believe we sat through all that.
Yeah, again.
But Steve, he comes out finally he comes out. He has the fucking goofy mask on with the jacket. He has some young boys with him. He's got his own ring announcer. Which that's a whole thing.
A new ring announcer. His previous ring announcer is Bobby Cruz, who is the current ROH ring announcer. So he had to find promoted. A new guy. Yeah.
Do you know anything about this new guy? I didn't catch his name.
I can't even remember his name.
It's bald.
He's bald, so he's got one thumbs up for me.
One thumb up your ass. That's right.
Oh yeah, sit right on it.
Yep, Aruski. So they're in Philly, and this ring announcer is like, "Hey, Philly, which is Steve Corino from Philly? That's what I got.
He's from
this,
Pennsylvania,
right?
So somewhat close, like Pottstown, Pennsylvania, I believe.
So Philly, he's from Philly.
Too far, yeah.
For the layman, yeah. And this ring
It's like
announcer's
how I'm from New York City, even though I'm from New Jersey, but I'm 10 minutes away from New York City.
you're in the shadows of New York City, as Michael Cole likes to say.
Yeah, there we go.
So this ring announcer is like, look, Philly, it's always been known as a wrestling town. Let me name you some wrestlers who have called Philly their hometown, which is just a bunch of ECW jobbers he's listing.
Yeah, this is like Eastern Championship Wrestling guys.
Ooh, Donnie Allen. Who else?
Tony Stetson.
Oh, the hitman Tony Stetson.
Former guest of Shining Wizards podcast.
Yeah. It was a bunch of Shining Wizards guests he was listening.
It was. I mean, we had these are all TWA guys, and we had Bay Ragney on promoting a TWA reunion. So we had like 4 guys from that this entrance. I think he mentions Rocking Rebel, I believe.
I think so. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yep.
But Bobby Cruz is in there because, like you said, he's now the full-time Ring of Honor announcer. And then this new ring announcer, he takes a break to take a sip of water, and then Bobby stops him. He's like, "Hey, that's my gimmick," which is a funny little moment.
He got at the end of this, they got me too when they called out the Green Lantern fan.
This virgin in the front row.
Oh, it was wonderful. That guy was at every show in the front row in his Green Lantern thing. And he brought a stopwatch with him to time the matches. As if you didn't already know he was a virgin. Right. The stopwatch shows it. And he would post it on the Ring of Honor message board the next day. Here's the match times from last night's show. And
thanks, Green Lantern.
Yeah, people would make fun of him. Thanks, Virgin.
Well, that's superpower.
Yeah.
Autism. So we got... So the ring introduction's still going, ladies and gentlemen, because he's listing all these guys, and then he lists all of Steve Corino's nicknames, which I forget. I didn't note them down. It was like
one of them was the God of Pro Wrestling.
Which is he?
I mean, I was always a pretty big fan of Steve Corino.
Maybe the God of 2001 ECW. Maybe.
Yeah, 2000, 2001, late 2000 ECW, perhaps. The God of NWA when nobody was watching it.
Yeah. It's like I'm sitting through all this, the music, the entrance, the young boys, the mask, the jacket, the ring intros. I'm like, dude, this asshole is the 4th most significant guy in this match. Like, out of the 4. At least in today's standards.
Yeah. I would say he's a good either 3 or 4 with Alex Shelley. Even though Shelley's in WWE now. So
maybe. Motor City Machine Guns, TNA champion.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Roddy Strong.
Steve Corino is a trainer at the Performance Center. So that's got to count for something.
Yeah. That $5 will get you a cup of coffee, but
that's true.
Or whatever the saying is. But yeah,
$5 now, inflation.
Well, I'll tell you what, all of this is riling me up and it's making me hate Steve Corino. So maybe that's a job well done, but they're also like the baby faces in this match. So like, I don't know. What are we doing?
Punk definitely babyface. Steve Corino, he kind of like flip-flopped a lot in early Ring of Honor, babyface heel, depending on who he was wrestling.
Right.
Yeah. Whether he's wrestling Homicide or somebody else.
Yeah. And so the match finally gets underway here, but these fucking jerk-offs. Steve Corino and CM Punk both have, because Punk has his students from the Ring of Honor Academy or whatever. Yes. Steve Corino has some random guys seconding him, and they're all like on their knees, like on the ring apron, like they're like wearing New Japan, like they're young boys. Like, suck me soft with your Japanese hentai jerk off. You're not the guys. You're not the guys in Japan.
Corino, he had 70 something tours, I think.
Yeah, I could go to Japan 70 times too.
But yeah, that's true. It's not New Japan.
He puts the 0 in 01, I'll tell you that. Enough of this guy.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I like the way it started though, with as I say, Corino doing a lot of work in the ring, doing the
Yeah.
arm ringers and everything, and he'd tag Punk. Punk would come in, take the arm, twist it, run over, tag Corino instantly, get him back in the ring, do more work.
He's like, I'm blown up. And then he like avoids the tags after that.
Yeah, that was fun.
They're yelling Steamboat after each arm drag. I did like that.
Yeah. What's his name? Oh, who was it? I think it was Punk picks up Corino like he's gonna attitude adjustment him and just drops a knee. He's like, it works because you're heavy.
Yeah. Which it did. I was like, oh, it's kind of smart. You're adding weight to the knee drop.
Yeah, I'm amazed nobody's ever done that since.
That feels kind of dangerous, though. It feels like you can't control where you land. I can feel like going crush a guy's larynx with that. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Depending on how big they are.
Steve Corino, he seems like he's put on a bit of bulk here, but
yes, he's no longer the skinny guy from ECW. He is the bulky guy from 0-1.
Yes, that was one of his nicknames, I think. The bulky guy.
I'm gonna steal that.
Well, I thought it was a decent match here. Generation Next eventually gets control, and Punk and Corino take turns doing hot tags. I thought it was a fine match. What'd you think about it?
I think the same thing. It was a fine match. It wasn't. They never really got to a huge gear, but with what happened afterwards, I don't think they were supposed to. It was a good match, and there were plenty other huge matches on the show. So
yeah,
they did a good job, and they entertained the fans, and that's what counts.
And Punk and Corino get the win with a heart attack right into an anaconda vice by CM Punk for the tap out, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is his first time using it. At least in Ring of Honor.
I think he's used it before. Did he ever use it against Joe?
I don't remember. Maybe he did. He didn't beat Joe, obviously, with it.
No, he never beat him. I think he's used it for a little while, but he's never really used it much as a finish.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing. Yeah. Maybe I don't think he's finished anybody with the anaconda vice. So,
yep. But he gets a big finish here, that's for sure. All over Alex Shelley's face.
Sure does. Alex Shelley taps out, and then we get like a hard cut where Punk and Corino, they're gone.
Yep.
Alex Shelley, Roderick Strong, they're still in the ring, and Austin Aries has come out, fellow Generation Next member.
Yep.
And Aries is in the main event, of course, challenging for the world title against Joe. And Aries is on the mic. He says, "Where you been, Shelley? You've been absent. You've been our fearless leader, but you haven't been around. You've been busy with other things," which I think is TNA.
Yes,
stuff, I believe.
At this point, he was with TNA legend Goldilocks in TNA. I believe that's right now. Yeah. And she nicknamed him Baby Bear.
Man, I don't remember that at all, but I believe you.
Yeah, I definitely remember that one.
Who could forget?
We still call him Baby Bear to this day.
Man. But Aries is like, before I take the top spot in the company by being Ring of Honor champion, I want to take your spot as the leader of Generation Next. And I'm giving you 5 seconds to either step down or get stepped on. Do you think he gave him 5 seconds?
I don't think so. He gave him 5 seconds like Todd Sinclair counts to 3. Which Todd Sinclair's 3 counts are about a second and a half. So I guess that's Austin Aries' count to 5 as well.
Just the timing of it. He's like, I'm giving you 5 seconds. Hands in the mic, and Shelly's like, well, you see, bang!
Boom! Right in the face. Right in the kisser.
Right. I mean, everybody's just getting laid out with forearms on this show. Becky Bayless, fucking Mick Foley, and now Alex Shelley gets beat down by Aries.
Yep.
But where does Roddy? What does Roddy Strong think of this? He gets in the middle. Is he going to make peace between the two? Nope. Huge Uranagi backbreaker to Alex Shelley. See you later, Alex Shelley.
Alex Shelley is no longer Generation Next. He's Generation Previous.
Generation aforementioned.
Yeah. Generation Out.
But given what happens later, I think this makes a lot of sense. It gives Aries a boost.
Yes.
It's funny. I mean, I guess we'll talk about it more in the main event, but Aries always felt like the fourth guy to me in Generation Next, which I think is like remarkable how much he just got over naturally.
Yeah. They mentioned it later too. He like debuted less than a year before that too.
On the afternoon bullshit show. Which
yes. Yeah.
Crazy.
So what a jump. That's for damn sure.
And he keeps on jumping, but we'll touch on that in a second. But before that, we got Bryan Danielson versus Low Ki. Yikers, man.
This is I would say a hugely anticipated match for the time for sure. Because they had the match on the second show and then they never had another one-on-one since then.
Yeah, I mean, these two put Ring of Honor on the map in a lot of ways early on.
The first show. They were involved in the tournament that kind of gave everybody the idea of of Ring of Honor, the King of the Indies in California the year before.
Right.
I believe they were the finals of that one too. Maybe
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So now we get this one.
the presentation of this match. So they both come out. And obviously, we talked about the promo earlier, how Danielson, it's like a blood feud at this point. He wants to get his revenge on Low Ki for him and his Rottweilers ganging up on him. Bryan's out here in the black tights, black boots, bald head. Low Ki.
Jedi, what was I going to say? The Jedi or the Sith cloak.
Can
Not
we
a
stop?
Sith fan, huh?
Not Bryan Danielson coming out as a Sith.
He tried.
He's
tried to make it work.
He's not a Star Warrior.
No,
maybe he is
more
actually
of a Dragon Warrior, I would say.
Yes, he should come out with a sword and like a gauntlet and a chest chainmail.
He should have came out. If you watched Lucha Underground, they had one of the guys that with Ricochet, Dragon Azteca.
Oh,
wore the dragon thing. Bryan should have worn that years before.
Or like Drago. Didn't Drago have some sort of...
Yeah, he had like a tail on his mask.
Man, Bryan Danielson would have fit in like a glove in Lucha Underground.
He
definitely would have had a mask.
Yeah. Maybe not a weapon of mask, but...
No, he would have been like Blue Panther #5 or something. I don't know. But a fun match. It was like Low Ki, he's been wrestling in like the the cargo pants, looking like Nelly. And he comes in here because he's like abandoned his like pure wrestling kind of thing with the Rottweilers. He's a thug now. But then Low Ki gets in the ring. He's like, oh, you want to go? All right. Then he takes off his pants. Oh, yeah. To unveil black trunks, black boots. So we got two.
I don't know. Black underwear, as they point out on commentary. They spent quite a lot of time talking about him wrestling in underwear.
Danielson's fine. Those are trunks.
Yes. Yeah. Low Ki was wearing them under cargo pants, so obviously they had to be underwear.
Which technically it's under what he was wearing.
So they're not wrong. Yeah.
Not wrong.
Pulls down the kick pads for his stuff, and we get old school Low Ki.
Yeah, some stiff kicks. It's kind of a slow start here, a lot of chain wrestling, but ultimately I think it kicked in and was a pretty fun match. What'd you think about it?
Same thing. It was like slow going in the beginning, but it was a good slow going.
Yeah,
like
it was
they were
intense.
Building the pace of the match. Everything meant something. Everything these guys do just looks painful, but maybe it is some of it. But
right,
yeah, they make everything look good, especially when Bryan gets them in like those surfboards and stuff. At one point when he pulls them back and he teabags them.
Hold on a second. We got to do some analysis on this spot. So I'll turn the volume off because it's loud for no reason. So he gets them in this like surfboard stretch here, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to scientifically understand this maneuver here. So he gets them. I'll give some volume. surfboard, pulls him
Yep.
back. All right, now he's got now that. First of all, looks like it feels good. I feel like I need that. The shoulder's a little rough, but
Yeah.
whatever.
If you don't go too far back, it's like a chiropractic adjustment in a way.
Exactly. So he pulls
Yeah.
him back, which I get it. You're wrenching the shoulder, the back, maybe grab the neck a little bit. Let's see.
quad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now this makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Looks like it hurts. But
Like,
Bryan Daniels,
every top muscle is being pulled at that point.
I mean, yeah, his groin's being stretched, his rib cage, his chest, his neck,
His quads probably even.
ankles, everything.
Yeah.
But the only thing not being attacked is his sexuality, which Bryan makes sure he closes the loop on that.
Yeah.
He's wrenching the neck. Now, at this point, do you think he has it planned that he's going to stick his face in his dick?
I think with a guy like Loki, you have to go over that in the back.
Yeah.
Be like, no, I'm gonna you can kick me pretty hard for a while, but in return, your face is gonna have to go touch my dick.
I mean, full grundle.
Oh.
Full grundle.
Oh my goodness.
Queefing. Gotta imagine.
He could lick his gooch.
The
Oh,
ref.
God.
The ref is distraught. He does not like what he's seeing.
No, he's not in touch with his sexuality like everybody else.
No, everybody else is loving it. Everybody else is rock hard.
You could hear the dings from the front row hitting that signs in the front.
Oh man. Low-key got full ding in his face. You know what I'm saying?
He sure did.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
So.
Imagine just being stretched that far back. Jeez. That is
well,
that's rough.
Work that in with the wife tonight. If you can you might need to stretch beforehand.
I don't think I could get 1/8 of that stretch. My life.
Oh, so would it be her being stretched or you?
Oh, I assumed it was me being stretched into her.
I mean, whoever gets the offensive advantage gets to determine that.
That's true.
Do you roundhouse kicks beforehand?
She actually did Taekwondo for years, so I have a feeling she'd kick my ass. Yeah. I'm not deranged. I'm not going to forearm my wife.
Oh, well, that's good. That's what I like to hear.
Or PJ Whitmer.
Yeah, there's a very low bar that's been set from this card. But yeah, no, fun stuff here. Fun chain wrestling, unique stuff. As silly as that was, they put their unique spins on things.
Yeah.
Including the airplane spin, which
into the crowd.
Through the crowd. I mean, just windmilling low key through everybody to the back, like the back wall. They're brawling. They brawl in front of a door, which Julius Smokes and Homicide bust through like Kool-Aid men.
Oh yeah. Attack
Bryan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Too bad Homicide wasn't wearing red.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he rolls that way. I think he's
probably not.
But they crush Homicide or low key holds Bryan's arm on the concrete floor for Homicide to bash a chair onto Bryan's arm, which had been worked a lot in the match.
Yes. Yeah. And they didn't they attack his arm previously too after the Liger thing, I think.
Probably. That sounds right.
They mentioned that as well. Like he was already coming in with a little bit of an arm injury.
Which would make sense. That's why Homicide developed an arm submission.
Yes.
Tap out match. So it all ties together.
I love when they do storytelling in wrestling.
A lost art. Very much a lost art.
Yeah.
But
Jay Lethal comes out to try and make the save.
Yeah, him and
he's had some issues with Homicide, I believe, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're fighting in the lobby. I think him and Lethal and Homicide are fighting in the lobby.
Yeah, brawling next to a Christmas tree. Homicide tries to hit him with and all these ornaments come flying out of a box.
But the match is thrown out.
Yeah, I love the visual of Homicide walking back to the ring. He's got this big giant like broom or mop on his shoulder that he's trying to hit Lethal with.
Gotta use what you can get your hands on.
Yeah.
But in the ring, low-key has the ref by the throat. Because I guess low-key got disqualified here. I think he's yelling at the ref like, declare me the winner. Like, it's just very, very demonic how he's yelling at him.
Doesn't like people going over him. So
Doesn't.
Even when he's DQ'd, he shouldn't be DQ'd in his mind.
Exactly. But the ref had honor. He would not reverse the decision. Yes. So again, for like the fourth or fifth time, boom, right hand to the referee. Sends him flying. And it's very significant because the code of honor says you cannot lay hands on referees. And he broke the code of honor, Brundo.
He sure did. I mean, Gabe was on commentary, they were very worried about the ref. He specifically said, Loki's going to kill him. His words, help this guy or he's going to die. I don't think, Loki's going to hit him. I don't think he's going to murder him in the middle of the ring.
He did wrap a belt around his neck.
That is true.
You could kill a guy like that.
You could.
As Bryan Danielson did to Justin Roberts. So.
Oh, that was a tie.
Oh, that's why he didn't die. It was a tie, not a belt.
Yeah. It probably untied at that point.
Thank goodness.
Unless it was a zip up.
Could have been a clip on, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true. Clipped off of him.
Clipped off, clipped on. But yes, we have the Rottweilers running amok and building to Bryan Danielson versus Homicide.
Yep.
Pretty good stuff there, ultimately.
Yeah. This was not the finish I think everybody wanted, but it built towards a bigger thing with Bryan and Homicide. Yeah,
it definitely felt like, to your point, like it was a match to build to something else rather than like a culmination of anything.
Yeah.
They definitely had more in the tank, Bryan and Low-Key, but maybe we'll get that some other time.
Yeah.
But before the main event, we got a quick announcement that AJ Styles is coming back for the 3rd anniversary show in a couple months to face Jimmy Rave.
Yep.
Which we mentioned later. They had the tie-in. Jimmy was his protege. Jimmy Rave has stolen the Styles Clash as his own finisher.
The Rave Clash. That's for sure.
Rave Clash. And this is significant because TNA guys have not been on these shows since old RF.
Yeah, they said they finally scrubbed RF away from the ranks, and now TNA is willing to come back a little bit. And it's vice versa, too, with Alex Shelley going there.
Right. Good point.
Really, opens it up. Like, guys, going to TNA and coming back or whatnot. Eventually you get Joe in TNA and Lethal and Aries and all these other guys. Nigel at one point.
Would you say the forbidden door has been opened?
I would say maybe the original forbidden door.
Yep. So that's cool. That's cool to see. But speaking of cool, we got a cool little main event on our hands here. The Ring of Honor World Championship is on the line. Samoa Joe defending against Austin Aries. Whew.
Oh boy.
Where do we even begin? Even begin?
If you want to see how to make a guy in a good 7 to 8 period, just watch what ROH did with Austin Aries before this match, because boy, do they ever. Like you said, he went from pre-show to now main event of the biggest show of the year in Final Battle.
Yeah. I meant to look this up earlier. When did he debut? I think it was May of this year.
Well, he was the Generation Next show when Generation Next came. That might have been what was supposed to be his first main show.
Right.
And I'm sure he was on a couple of those do or dies maybe before that.
So Generation Next was March of 2004.
Okay.
And he might have been on like the month before or something.
Yeah.
So less than a year, this guy has gone from afternoon show fodder. Nobody knows who he is. I remember him coming out in his entrance and nobody reacted. And Aries was like pissed. He was like, fucking do something. Like he was like yelling at the crowd. He was like, get on your feet, asshole. Like whatever. He was like, nobody knew who this guy was. And then he joins this Generation Next faction as like the fourth guy. And just by being a cool wrestler, like captured the audience, like he was their guy just by being a cool wrestler.
And he had a pretty good look too, like that stood out, like the balls necklace, the
very
good
2004.
shape. Yeah, I 100% had one of those. I was really cool back then,
dude. It was So yeah, he's in this main event, and he's had matches with Bryan Danielson. They had that like 75-minute match.
Yep, survival of the fittest. He was the runner-up with Low-Key the show before this, and
I think he beat CM Punk.
Yeah, he beat CM Punk. So he really rose up the ranks, and they did a hell of a job making him this year.
Yeah,
and even just his entrance, like when he comes out, the production of it with Personal Jesus, it just makes him feel bigger.
All the smoke, like the purple lighting, the music. I agree. I noted that too. He felt like a badass coming out.
Yeah,
he felt like a star. And Joe also coming off of that crazy trilogy with CM Punk.
Yeah.
I thought that would be more of a story here, like because he's been yeah, exactly. Because like Joe, like he's had this crazy schedule, all of these insane matches over the past 21 months. He's been champion. You think that'd be like a culmination of Damage or whatever the case is, but that wasn't. I didn't feel like that was really the story here.
Yeah.
But Aries tries to start off hot here. Joe cuts him off, smothering him, and it's like, oh man, another Joe title defense on the way here, folks.
Gabe says, I can't remember anybody else going after Joe's legs, and they follow it up by naming 2 examples. ASAP.
Literally like a month ago.
Doing it, except for Matt Stryker, but that didn't really work out for him. And I think this guy went after his legs.
Bryan Danielson last month did that. Oh yeah, I guess. Well, some guys have, but they haven't beaten them with it.
My goodness.
Hand job.
Yeah.
I mean, the crowd is hot for this match.
Yeah.
Which I've never seen this match. I knew what the finish. Well, I knew who won. Coming into this, I was like, man, they're coming off of Joe Punk. Like it's not going to meet their expectations that Joe has set. But man, there were points in this match where it's like I don't know if I would put this match over Joe and Punk, but like the electricity, the reaction, I might. That as far as like the peak electricity of this match, I might put above Joe and Punk because the crowd was red hot for Austin Aries.
Yeah, they really are. And this isn't even like, they're red hot because he's a hometown guy. They're just Philly. It's not like this was in Minnesota or something like that, but yeah, they're ready for this. I don't think anybody thought this would be it either. Spoiler.
Yeah, I was gonna ask because you were like ingrained in it at the time. Like, how surprising was it that spoiler alert Austin Aries won?
Very surprising. I don't think anybody expected Austin Aries to take the title at this point. So yeah, I think I don't know who, but I think they were going in, and I think people just thought Joe's title reign was just going to go forever.
Yeah, it's like, is it going to be like, are him and Punk going to have another match maybe? Or
Homicide? They mentioned like Joe and Homicide can wrestle again next year. They dropped that in this match, so maybe they could have gone that way. Or
Bryan Danielson.
Yep.
Even like a him and John Walters have been feuding Joe because Joe, the world title and the pure title, like that could have been something.
Low key.
Jay Lethal, he's the protege. Maybe he's going to overtake the master. Low key, like you said. Yeah, and Austin Aries, like he wasn't even the leader of his own faction coming into the show. So it's like, there's no way he's taking the title. But man, they so.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, really fun stuff here.
So hot. They were really split down the middle too. Like they were just as hot for Aries as they were for Joe.
Yeah, people still love Joe too. It was a great atmosphere. A lot of fun count. They do like the crisscross, like they're running, perpendicular to each other, and then Aries drop kicks him in the leg, dragon screw, so he's attacking the leg. Like you said, nobody else has ever done to Joe.
Except for all these guys.
Except all the guys, last month. Aries goes for a suicide dive. Joe with the enziguri on the outside to stop him.
Yeah.
Whew, crispy. And
leads into the Olay kicks, which I wish he would bring that back.
Yeah, it just doesn't hit the same without these dangerous metal barricades, I think.
Yeah, you don't get that giant sound.
Yeah. It's
But even
the
Aries,
aluminum.
he stops, what was it, the second or the third one?
Yeah, the third one, he gets out of the way.
Drop kick. My goodness.
And they get back in the ring. Joe goes for the choke. Aries rolls through. Big running drop kicks in the corner. The third one, Joe catches him right into the island driver for a 2 count. That could have been the finish.
Yeah.
Joe is winning some matches with the island driver, so that was like, this could be it. Joe goes for a suicide dive, but Aries quickly up to the apron, sunset flip into the Boston Crab. Joe fights out. I mean, there is just so many fun near falls and
the 450 the first 450 that Aries hits.
Yes,
that's as close as you can come.
Right. I think it was at that point where the crowd kind of oh shit, this could be it.
Yeah.
Because they kind of got a tease of it, maybe this could happen. And I love the story of Aries continuously going for the brain buster, but unable to get. The size discrepancy between the two is crazy. It's Aries can't get him. He's too big. He's too beat up. And then he goes for it a second or third time. Joe counters it, puts him on the top rope, big slaps, big enziguri.
Yeah.
Dude, the sound of that, insane.
Oh my God, those giant Joe hands just coming down on him. The visual of the sweat flying off of him too.
Dude.
When he slaps him, my goodness.
That's my favorite thing about Ring of Honor production. It's not the best looking, but the lighting makes the sweat just stand out so much in the background. Joe goes for the muscle buster. Aries counters into a crucifix bomb. Mm-hmm. And the crowd, just the way they reacted to it, it's they were so hot for that counter. It's almost like they knew the finish was coming, because then Aries has these huge running forearms, couple running drop kicks, a super kicks him into the knee, and then this just stiff roundhouse kick.
Oh my God, the kick. Yeah, jeez.
That was all business.
Him. Yeah.
Right in the nose, he hits him with this kick.
Yes.
Crowd is coming unglued for every strike.
Yeah.
And Aries again goes for the brain buster, is able to hit it, goes to the top rope, 450 splash.
Everybody
1,
gets
2,
up.
3.
And that's that.
Oof.
New champion.
Man.
What a finish. My goodness.
That was fucking electric, man. I mean,
you know what even made this better? When he hits that, I think it was when he hits the crucifix, commentary goes silent, basically.
Yes.
For the end of it. And as they're just and they stay silent for a while, they're in shock that it actually happened.
Great call. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah. The laying out on commentary just amplifies what's happening so much. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And
just fantastic.
So I knew that Aries won this match, but for some reason I thought that he won with a small package. I don't know why. I think they were kind of telling the story earlier in the year because Colt Cabana pinned Joe in a tag team match with a small package. Yeah,
that's
what it was.
Yeah.
So they had been building, even in the Punk matches, they've been that's his weakness, these quick roll ups.
Yeah.
So I'm that's probably how he loses the title. But that was a pretty definitive, just 1, 2, 3 here. So it's pretty surprising to me to see how this finished, but man, it was a perfect finish. Fantastic. I thought
he uses this way later in ROH, where he gets a title shot against Morishima, who's also a big guy, and he mentions he's you're a big guy, but let's not forget, I know how to beat the big guys. I can do the combo on you, and it's going to bring you down like it did Samoa Joe. Spoiler, it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it made everybody bite. That's for sure. So
And so Aries celebrates. Roddy Strong's in there. Jack Evans isn't here tonight. I don't know where he's at, but
he's in
um,
Japan at this point.
I see.
He was like the first I guess they call it gaijin or whatever, the white guy to get over in Dragon Gate and like actually like wrestle there a lot. Because before that
Yeah.
they never brought anybody over, but they brought over Jack because he fit that flippy do style that they do.
I was about to say he makes a lot of sense for Dragon Gate.
Yeah,
I can see it.
yeah. So not as much Jack Evans in 2005, unless you watch Dragon Gate, really.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But Joe grabs the belt, grabs the mic. He goes on. I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into this. This has been my greatest triumph in my career. Before I hand you this belt, assure me that you'll be the same kind of champion that I was. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
And
Carry
Aries
it with
is like,
honor.
yes.
Yep.
And Generation X has been big on like not shaking hands, not abiding by the code of honor.
They didn't shake hands before the match. Or Aries didn't shake Joe's hand. Yep.
So, but in this moment, Aries shakes the hand of Samoa Joe, which felt very significant because again, they didn't do that. So, so Aries shakes his hand. Joe puts the belt around his waist, and that's that.
Yep.
Crazy finish. And there's no promos or anything. That's just how the show ends, which how it should be.
As Aries goes to the back right before they cut, you could hear a fan yell, "You're so hot!"
Yeah. Which I don't really understand. Aries, look, he's not my cup of tea visually, but not. I mean, I think out of Generation Next, he's probably the last guy in terms of attractiveness, in my opinion. But
I guess if you like that pudgy kind of guy, you could be a Roddy Strong guy, or
I like a little thickness.
Yeah, a pretty guy for Alex Shelley. A wigger, as Julius Smoke would say, Jack Evans.
All right. Twinkish body. Could probably do a lot in the bedroom.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, Bryan Danielson, I can imagine if he can make Loki touch his gooch, Jack Evans is gonna kiss his own ass.
Poor Brie Bella. But just getting put into Romero specials in the bedroom. Like, can we just can we not? Can we kiss a little bit? I don't know.
And not each other's taints, please.
Yeah. Not each other's taints. Sensational, but yeah, man, that's the show. Final battle. 04. Any other thoughts, comments on the show?
This was just a great show from start to finish, I would say. It didn't feel long, except for maybe the promo stuff with Foley and Steamboat and Joe. Nothing felt long. None of the matches were like stupid long for no reason. So it didn't feel like 3 hours. That's for sure. There's a lot of great action, and I think it really ends 2004 and moves like a lot of guys into new positions in 2005, like a John Walters in the Embassy, or know, continuing to build guys like Jimmy Jacobs and Jay Lethal for big 2005s, and a new champion after 21 months.
Yeah. So, still got a lot of good stuff coming from Joe, though. So even though he's not champion anymore.
Yeah. He may not be champion, but he sticks around for a while, and he's still Samoa Joe. That guy we love. Yeah.
Speaking of guys I love, love you, King Kong Brundy. Appreciate you hopping on here, talking some Ring of Honor. Where can everybody find you, listen to you, taste you, and all the things you do?
If you want to taste me and my fellow Wizards brethren, every Monday night, 7 p.m., live on... We don't do Twitch anymore, so live on X, live on YouTube, live on Facebook. 7 p.m., we have plenty of guests coming up, games. We just did the Wizards Death Pool for 2026, so tune in for that. Follow us, Shining Wizards, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, all those. Join our Patreon. We just dropped probably the greatest episode I was ever a part of. So if you want to learn how we make the names of our episodes, you get an hour of us reading off potential names of episodes and learning why some of them are not names of episodes and some of them could have been. So
Right.
yeah, and we have plenty of guests, including the hand job next to me on the screen. So
I'm throwing
always
hand
love when
jippers there every
Kyle-
once in a while.
Always love when you come on, Kyle. I'm sure you'll be on again soon. And yeah, appreciate you having me on here.
Well, I love
Lots of,
coming on you as well,
ROH.
Brundo.
Oh man. Yeah. Who doesn't love a good facial?
Once again, thank you to Brundo Fly for joining the program today. Always a good old time with my boy Brundo. Go check out the Shining Wizards podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, live on YouTube, Twitch, all that shenanigans. Follow me at Apron Bump. Join the Discord. Binga banga boom, banga binga banga. Is that racist? Probably. I'll leave it in though. Sometimes you just gotta roll the dice and see what happens. Are you still listening? Why are you still here? Go be with your family. What would they think of you if they knew what you were listening to? All right. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Love you. Big smooches all over that face of yours. Mwah. I'm hard.
Yeah. It's the hardest. Talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what hard is. Standing strong and proud, nothing can knock it. Let's get it started. It's the hardest. Talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what hard is. Standing strong and proud, nothing can knock it. Let's get it started.